Okay, we need to talk. It's just, I don't have any words about what's going on in my life right now. Like, I have no words. And I feel like this is going to be one of my ranty videos. Okay. So I didn't think that I was going to have to come back on here to discuss, like, possibly being single again. Because, I don't know. Because I've only been in a relationship for, I guess, a year now since COVID started. I started talking to D, and everything was going, pretty well. Like, I told y'all about, like, all my little things, that I did and all that kind of stuff. But it's just, you do that, relationships and whatever. You go through things, you have your moments because you're trying to get, like, to know a person. And I have learned so much about myself, and what I thought I was over, and the triggers that, for me, that I realized that were still triggers, and I didn't know what they were until I get in these situations with him. That not necessarily that I'm not over my ex. It's more like there were things that I was still healing from that I didn't realize it's still healing from until I started dating somebody consistently. I think when you date somebody, like, different people, and it's not on a regular basis and stuff, you really don't get to know what those triggers are, because it's like you're not really yourself completely, and you still have your guard up, you still have that wall up, and it's not the same. You know what I mean? You're not going to really truly get to the roots of things until you're really in a relationship, and they can see all sides of you and you see all sides of them. So I think my issue at this point is just that I thought that we were at a place where we were further along to where he could talk to me. And I'm at a point where it's been over a month since we last communicated, verbally or via text. And I'm at a loss, because my point is, like, how bad is it that you feel like you can't talk to me about what's going on? And I've looked at it in so many different angles. Like, when I tell you, I've looked at so many different angles of this, I don't even know any more angles I can look at it. I do know that he was going through a lot before he went up to where he's from, to help out with his mom. I knew that he was already depressed and dealing with his things then, before all that, before he lost his cousin, before he lost his aunt. So at this point, I know it's probably too much for him to handle as far as what's going on in his life, and mentally speaking, emotionally speaking. But it's hard for me to understand it, because it's like, at least send me, like, a text, or just call and check in and just say I'm okay, I'm alive, something. I can't talk right now, I just got too much going on, this is what's happening, get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, just something. Like, I can't comprehend how bad it could be that you can't communicate with the person, your partner, like, the person you're supposed to be with, So I'm at a loss, because talking to certain people, they're like, well, you're not in a relationship anymore. You're single, basically. And this is what I will say. I feel like you're single until you get married again. Like, I mean, what is really being in a relationship, until you're married. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of the rules that are in place, I feel like that in regards to being in a committed relationship, it's just the same rules that you're in when you're married. But my thing is, what if you don't get married to that person? You know what I'm saying? So why even go through all of that? Why go through all of the rituals or the, just, all of those guidelines that are in place of quote unquote a relationship when it's not relevant once you break up? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you have so much time wasted, where you could be doing things and, whatever. And you're worried about like how they're going to feel and what is this and that when it may or may not even work out. And so at this point, I feel like, have I wasted my time? Like, was it all for nothing at this point? I just don't understand. Like, how am I at this place? I could write a book. I feel like I could write a book at this point of all of the like crazy situations I've been in. And it's like, I feel like I'm at this point where I'm like, why can't I just be in a situation that's normal? What is normal, as you would say? This is my normal. Normal to me is girl meets boy, girl meets guy, whatever. They talk, they vibe, they get along, they go on dates, they fall in love, you know what I'm saying? They maybe move in together, you know what I'm saying? Get married, whatever. However the scenario goes, right? But my whole thing is, there's a natural progression to things. And I feel like in most cases, when it's the right person, it's like, are there really all of these issues? You know what I'm saying? Are there so many, like, I feel like all these hurdles and obstacles that you have to go through to be in a relationship? And I just don't feel like I just don't feel like that should be the case. I don't feel like that's normal. I feel like if you are a healthy person, they're a healthy person. And I mean, emotionally speaking, that when you get together, and like, granted, this is my fault. I was expecting too much. You know what I'm saying? He was going through a divorce. I knew better. You know what I'm saying? So it's partly my fault. You know what I mean? But I put myself in this situation because he was reiterating and, continually trying to get me to believe that he was in a place where he could do this. You know what I mean? And I said, okay. Against my better judgment, I see now, hindsight, but I just feel like, why is it gotta be so hard for me? Like, why does like my life of relationships always have to go in a slew of like these men that just aren't emotionally available, or they're not emotionally stable, or they're just not emotionally strong? I'm just like, where are the emotionally strong men out there? Like, can Anissa just get somebody that can meet her halfway? Like, where I don't have to keep being understanding and it's fine, I understand, it's fine, I understand. It's like, I don't understand anymore. Like, I don't want to understand anything anymore. Like, I just want it to be like, we get each other, we get together. You know what I mean? I work on my stuff, he works on his stuff, we work on our stuff together, but it's like, it's not a whole lot of mess. It's not a whole lot of baggage. And I know, like, it's coming up 2 years before before my divorce, you know what I'm saying? So it'll be 2 years, I've been divorced July, right? And I just feel like I still don't feel completely whole, and I do understand that about myself. But I do feel like I'm at a place where I can be in a solid relationship and feel like there's substance to it and that we're moving towards something. You know what I mean? I would like to get married again. But at this point, I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if I trust guys anymore. Like, I was at a point where I didn't trust guys. And I was like, well, you know what? I finally met somebody I can trust. But it's like, that's all out the window now. It's like I'm starting all over. It's like I'm starting from scratch again. And it's so frustrating to me because it's just like, it's like, I don't, like, these dudes out here. Okay, so I have, like, Okay, so another story. One guy, I really, really like him. You know what I mean? As a like friend, right? He has always been there since we were young. And he's always trying to shoot his shot. So I gave him a shot because I'm like, okay, at this point, I don't even know if I'm in a relationship at this point. So that's neither here nor there. Whatever. You can judge me. I don't even care. Either way, this dude is trying to put his foot out there. I'm like, cool, come visit me. So it was like a week before that we were planning on hanging out. He was like, I don't know, I'll come see you. You never give me dates to come see you. So I gave him a date. Come see me this week. It's cool. We'll do whatever. So he's like, yeah, I can do that. You know, I'll get off and stuff like that. So we had it like all planned out. But you wait till the day of to tell me you can't make it. You wait till the day of to say, well, there's 2 people off work. But you knew they were going to be off from work before that day. It was Thursday. So you talk all this game and you say you care about me, you're in love with me, blah, 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 blah. But it's like you don't make any, there's nothing to back it up. There's nothing to back it up. It's like, I can't take you seriously. I can't. The other dude, he's in a whole relationship, but he's like, well, you stopped talking to me when, I was like, I was in a relationship. I don't do the, like, half and half thing. Like, if I'm in a relationship, if I've been with you in a way, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like is like compromising to my relationship, I'm not going to even give that person any reason to think that there might be something going on the side. So I don't even communicate with those people, right? So, and I say, it's no offense to what you got going on. You have a whole relationship, you know, situation, but you do different things I don't necessarily agree with, but that's what you do. I don't judge, whatever. But like, don't try to like make me feel like I put you in on the back burner because I was in a relationship. Like, I just can't take guys seriously. It's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, you knew you weren't going to make it. Just say that. Don't lie. It's lies. I don't like liars. You know what I'm saying? Lies come in so many different forms and faces. You know what I mean? It can be a downright lie where you know you're not going to do something and you say you will. They can be deceitful where you kind of in the back of your mind, you're like, I know I'm not going to read, but I'm going to kind of see, you know what I mean, if, you know, like how far I can take this and things like that. It's just like there's levels. And I just don't feel like I can trust guys again. And I know it sounds like terrible, but I just don't think I can trust a guy. I just don't. Like, and even if this dude comes back, I don't even know. It's like raising Lazarus from the dead or something like that at this point, as far as my feelings. Because it's like, I care for him truly deeply, but it's like my wall is up. You know what I'm saying? And if he comes back, he could have a grand story. Like, he could have like the best excuse in the world, but it still won't make up for the fact that you haven't called or texted me in over a month. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, say you had a mental breakdown, you had, you know, whatever. Either way, this is still going to be an issue for you. When things get tough, when things get hard, you can't handle life situations. Does that mean you're just going to disappear? Say we get married. You're just going to go off somewhere and never come back until you deal with your issues? Like, that's not how it works. Communication, like, relationships don't work that way. Like, your ex-wife told you that was an issue. Like, red flags. And I try to give, like, I have red flags. So I can't sit up here and say I can't give people a chance because there's red flags. Like, I just feel like, you know, I have red flags. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has red flags. And I think it's, like, asinine to say, well, you saw the red flags. Well, I have red flags too. So he could say the same thing about me. You know what I'm saying? So if we just continue this whole idea that, well, there's red flags, so you just need to stop talking to that person. I feel like if they have if their positive traits outweigh the negative, and it seems like they are working on themselves, like I am, there's things, you know what I'm saying, if they're not working on themselves and they're just like, I'm cool with where I'm at, like, you know, where I'm at, and I'm, you know, I'm not changing, then that's like, no, like, that, you need to keep it moving. But if a person is genuine, like, I've learned my lesson, I'm trying to do better, I'm in a, you know, a situation where I'm getting help, I'm going to counseling, I'm doing all these things, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you gotta meet people like halfway. You can't just close yourself off. But it takes getting to know a person for a while, you know? I don't believe in just cutting people off in the beginning, but it's just like, at this point, I don't even know. I don't even know what to believe anymore. And I don't even know if I believe in... I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I'm at a loss at this point. It's like... It's like, why can't it just be easy, man? And I'm not saying like it should be easy, but it should be easier. I just feel like I deserve more than that. I do. I feel like I deserve more. Because I have a lot to offer and I give a lot. And it takes a lot for me to open up. And when it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. And it sucks. I just been doing everything to keep my mind off of it. But it sucks. Like, I just try not to think about it. Because if I think about it, I feel like I'm just going to like go into like a deep depression. So I'm just kind of like keep myself busy. And I don't got any words. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just like, and I don't even, and like, you know, people are like, you need to move on and you can do this. I just don't want to. Like, I don't want to start over again. Like, it's just like, it's such a hassle. It's so much work. You know what I mean? It's just like, dudes are just not cool, man. The dating world is such a joke. It's just like, it's just so whack. Like, it's just whack. It's just, I don't even know. So I didn't even talk that long, but it's just like, that's where I'm at right now. And I don't know. I think I just probably need to focus on like my career and moving forward and doing what I need to do to like better myself, and just leave all the relationship stuff to whatever chance, I guess, and see what the what do you call it? With the stars have aligned, the universe, you know, whatever brings me. Because at this point, I have no luck in this love game, and like, it's like, if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry like a lot, and I won't stop crying. So it's like, I have to laugh at it, because it's like, this is not, it's like, who else would this happen to? Anissa. You know, the dumbest, stupidest things to ever happen to a person, it's gonna happen to Anissa. It just is. It just, why though? Like, why? Why me? I feel like freaking Nancy Kerrigan or whoever, when she was like, why me? Why now? Just call me Nancy. Because I'm her. Like, I feel like, you know, somebody to knock my knee out for me. Like, my whole world is like crashing before me right now. So, y'all pray for me, because it's rough. So, I'm gonna leave it there. I can't go back online. Like, I can't do it. I can't go back there. I can't go back there. I just can't go back there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Y'all pray for me. Peace.